Well, hey, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar about the IAIP new on-demand courses in the Learning Management System, or LMS as we call it for short. We launched this last month. Can you guys believe it? Put in the chat, can you believe it? It's been a month, Betsy, since we've launched this LMS system. It's unbelievable. So we are here today, Betsy Blimline, the Marketing and Education Director for IAIP, and myself, Ashley Vanderwick, the Membership Manager, will be walking you through, again, some things about the LMS. We've made a new change. I will go through navigating the new courses, on-demand courses, and we're here to answer any questions you have. If you've never used it before, we're here to answer those questions. If you're in the LMS, we are here to answer questions that you have come up with. Just a few housekeeping notes. You will be on mute throughout the presentation because we are recording this. If you have any questions, please put them in the Q&A tab and your Zoom controls there, and so we can answer them for you along the way. If you would like to participate in the chat, let us know if you have been in the LMS, if you have taken a course past one, or if you haven't started yet and you're just starting out from scratch. Let us know where you are in that progress. But without further ado, I'm going to turn everything over to Betsy.
Welcome, 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 everybody, to our second installment of Yay, we have the LMS up and running. So as you all probably already know, IAIP's on-demand courses, what we used to call self-study, have moved to our online learning management system, which we also call LMS. And the catalog includes what we previously referred to as self-study. Now, this does not affect our student guides. Those are completely separate and weren't affected by this change at all. So, some exciting news just this week. We improved our login process for the LMS with a new feature called Single Sign-On, or SSO. So this new feature allows you to log in only once into your IAIP account, and then one click will take you to your account in the new LMS. This new feature replaces the former method, which required you to link to the LMS and then use different credentials to log in once you were there. So we're just going to walk through the SSO process really quick. You'll see how seamless and simple it is. Here we are on the member login page on the IAIP website. And here I've entered my credentials and I'm just going to click sign in. So as you all probably know, this takes you to the IAIP community. And then from there, I'm going to find the quick links menu item. And in the drop-down menu from quick links, we're going to find shop on-demand courses. We click on that link. Abracadabra, we're in the LMS and I'm signed in as Betsy Blimline into my LMS account. So as you see, it's a little more seamless now, just one click, just one login, and just made the process a little bit simpler and easier for you. That's right. Vicki says no extra password to deal with. Y'all's comments, they're so cute. All right, so what we're going to do to start off the webinar is we were planning this and we thought, you know, what do they want to learn? And we just had a brainstorm, why not ask them? So we're going to give you guys a quick poll and get your input as to where you stand. Do you feel like you want to go through the basics, or what do you want to learn today? So if you will just take a second to answer that poll, and then we'll talk about what it is you guys want to learn.
I see some answers still coming in, so I'll let it go for another couple of seconds here. All right, so the results are in. I'm going to share those real quickly. So it looks like we don't have any like Q&A questions. Look at that. So navigating a course, some tips and tricks. So all about even there.
Great. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Ashley, you just want to start with the basics then?
Do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so here we are on the IAIP website, and we are not signed in. So we're going to go ahead and go back through the login process really quickly. And we actually created accounts so that you as a student and not as an admin, not mine or Ashley's, so you guys can see exactly what you're going to see. And we're signing in with that now. IAIP test, member test account. And here we go, straight into the LMS with our single sign-on. You do have to click submit here. This is just notifying you for privacy reasons that, hey, this page is going to access your member profile from the IAIP website. So just click submit. And it takes you right to the LMS dashboard. So from here, we want to go to the on-demand catalog, or this is how I like to navigate it anyway. So up here at the top, you see the tab. You were on the dashboard. Now you're going to click on catalog. That's going to take you to your course catalog. So I want to show you really quick how to use the search feature, because I feel like a lot of people use this on the IAIP website. So in the search bar there at the very top, I'm going to type in, let's say that I want to find the course Balancing Priorities. So here Ashley's typing in a keyword balancing, and then you'll see the results come up. So only one course has that as a keyword or has it as a word in the title. And it is the course I'm looking for, Balancing Priorities. So we're going to click on the title. And this is going to take you to the landing page. Now here's where you can register for the course by clicking register now, and it's got the price. This is what we call the landing page. If you scroll down, you see a description of the course. And this video is just a quick how-to video for those that are doing it for the first time and just want a refresher. But if you scroll back up to the register now button and click on it, that's going to take you to the shopping cart. So here you see we have the course in our shopping cart. Now, here is where if you have a promo code, you'll need to enter that code and click apply before you click checkout. So what this does is this takes the promo code and applies it to your balance. Okay, so see that took our balance down to 0, and now we're going to click submit, or here's where you can also click, and if you see in the gray right to the side, yeah, there you go, shop for more. So if you wanted to add another course, that's where you would go ahead and click that to go back to shopping. But we're just going to do this one for now and click submit and go ahead and check out. All right, so this takes us to what I call the start course page. So again, it's kind of a landing page, gives you a description, but it also gives you a list of the different chapters, and it allows you to start the course. So here you see the start course button at the top, and you see each chapter listed down below. Now, this is really important. Normally, everything will be grayed out except for the very first chapter. The reason for this is these courses are set up so that you do the chapters one at a time. So when you're finished, when you complete a chapter, then the next chapter or line item will become available to you. In some cases, some activities or references or exercises are associated with a chapter. So when you get finished with the previous chapter, and the next chapter becomes available, you'll see there may be an activity associated with it. And you see this example in Balancing Priorities here below. So we have the first chapter, which is just, again, that quick how-to video, how to navigate. And then once you get finished watching that, There it is. You would hit close. And then this is when the next chapter would show as an available link. So here you see Balancing Priorities, Chapter 1. So let's go ahead and click on this. This is a video chapter. So here you would click on the play button to start the video. And I wanted to point out to you a really neat feature, or one of my favorite features, is if you look just to the left of the video screen, you'll see what says notes there. If you click on that, that'll take you to a notepad. And what's cool about this notepad is as the presenter or the instructor is teaching the course to you, you can simultaneously take notes on this notepad. And not only can you take the notes, but you can print them, or you can save them as a PDF. So you have those notes for reference for later. So you get the same kind of benefit as if you're sitting in a class, a live instructor-led class, like classroom environment, and you want to take notes on your notebook. So same thing, same benefit. So this is an example of a chapter video. You can go ahead and close that out, Ashley. And now I want to talk about some of the other types of chapters that we have within an LMS course. You have the chapter video, which we just looked at, and then you have an activity. Now, there's a couple of different names for the activities. There's activities, there's exercises. Was there one other name? I think it's just activities or exercises. But basically, some of these have a PDF for you to download, and you can actually do the activity on the PDF, or, oh, thank you, Vicki. Yes. And then some of them don't have a PDF, but all of them require your input before you can progress to the next chapter. Now, what Vicki brought up was a test your knowledge. So that's a little different than an exercise or an activity, but it's a different chapter. And the test your knowledge is an important way for you to kind of assess if you're learning the material yet, or if you need to go back and review some of the material if you haven't quite absorbed it, or if you don't quite understand it. That'll give you an idea. The important thing about test your knowledge is to remember it does not count towards your final course grade. So whether you fail or pass that test your knowledge is for your benefit only. It does not affect your final grade. You can fail every single test your knowledge quiz, and still, if you take the final quiz and pass it with an 80% or higher, you'll pass the course and get credit for it. The other type of chapter that we have are called references. So those are not an exercise or an activity because they don't require any input from you, and they don't require you to answer any questions like a test your knowledge. They're simply a reference sheet for you to download to reference later, just a fact sheet about what you're learning so far. And then finally, there's an example right there. That's your learning summary. And so you can just save this, and then you have your learning summary for later to reference, or you can print it. And then finally, the last few chapters that you're going to find at the very end of the course are, so we're going to ask you to take a course survey, and this is basically just asking for your feedback. This is not the course quiz. This is asking you what you thought of the course and getting your feedbacks for improvement. The next chapter is the course quiz instructions. So that's simply giving you the instructions and letting you know what to expect for the course quiz. And then finally, the course quiz. Now, the important thing to remember about the course quiz, it's different than before, is that this is a timed quiz. You have 20 minutes and you have 10 questions. But same as before, you have to pass with an 80% or better in order to get credit for the course. Now, if you do pass the course quiz with an 80% or better, you will then see the next element or the next chapter, which is your certificate of completion. Now, you can take the certificate of completion and you can print it, or you can save it for later. Did I forget any elements, Ashley?
One thing that I kind of want to point out is that, these on-demand courses are great because you can stop and start at any point and come back to where you left off. So, if you're studying late at night, you don't have to keep going. You can just stop it wherever you are and it will come back to where you are. So if that ever happens, you can just go back, log into the LMS, and it will take you to the dashboard, which is actually where you're going to find the courses that you've started and completed. So if you scroll down on the dashboard here, you can go back into the course just by clicking, and it will take you exactly where you left off. There'll be check marks here to let you know that you've already reviewed these areas too. So that's always helpful, but it's always great to go back and review those materials before you take the quiz anyway. But back on the dashboard, if you've completed a course and you've made it to pass the quiz, you will get that certificate of completion that Betsy was talking about, and you can actually see it under completed courses. And there'll be a little tile here, just like it was on courses. It will have your completion date. You'll have access to your certificate there, and things like that. One of the things that goes along with completed courses that I want to point out is that when you take an on-demand course, it does not automatically go to your IAIP profile that you're used to. This will be a manual upload that staff will do once a month. Starting next month, we'll grab everybody's scores that were done within the previous month and add it to your profile. So if you don't see it right away in your profile, you can feel free to add it on your own, but we will be doing it as well. So there might be a delay. And if you ever have any questions on that, you can contact us and we can check on it for you as well. What else do you have, Betsy?
We had a question in the Q&A if you want to go ahead and, okay, so Linda Graylis asked, do you have the ability to buy the courses in a bundle and then take them when you are ready? That's a great question, Linda. And we do have all of the advanced CLP courses already transferred over into the LMS, into the on-demand library. And so therefore we do have that bundle available. So you can purchase the advanced CLP bundle. However, we are still anxiously awaiting the recording of just a few last CLP courses. And the moment we get those last few CLP courses uploaded into the on-demand library, we will have that bundle created for you. So yes and no. Yes, on the advanced CLP, please be on the lookout for the CLP bundle to come soon. And then I just wanted to cover really quick. I feel like we kind of skipped over. So we talked about what happens if you pass the quiz with an 80% or better. So what happens if you do not pass the quiz with an 80% or better? So if you fail the quiz, what happens is you will receive an email letting you know that you did not pass and you did not get credit for the course. And in addition to that email, automatically the retake version of the course will appear in your catalog. So the next time you go to your catalog, you want to look and find the retake version of your course. So say you failed balancing priorities, you will find a version of balancing priorities in your course catalog with the number 2 after it. So this is the retake version. It'll have the number 2 in the title at the end, and it will also be $10. So that's to cover the retake fee. Now, the different thing about the retake version of the course is that you can see all of the chapters at once. All of them are live. You can go back and look at any particular chapter you want, or all of them, as many times as you want to prepare yourself for the quiz. And then you have to retake that quiz. And then again, you have to pass it. It's also timed 20 minutes, 10 questions, and you have to pass that with an 80% or better. And if you don't pass it that time, it's the same process again. You would just simply have to purchase another retake version until you do pass the quiz with an 80% or better. Did I miss anything on the retake version, Ashley?
No, I think you've got it.
I think that's it. Okay, any other questions? Any questions about the catalog or navigating a course or buying a course?
I do have a note about promo codes.
Yes.
So something about promo codes that we've gotten a question about over the last month is if the promo codes are the same for the on-demand system and the IAIP website. And the answer to that is no. They're completely separate because they are two separate systems. So there's two different discount ways to do that. So if you've been given a discount code for an IAIP website item, you will have to use that for the IAIP store on the website. If you are given an LMS on-demand discount code, then you need to use that within the on-demand area. And if you ever have any questions, again, we're here for you to troubleshoot those codes with you.
The only other thing I can think about to go over is if you can go back to, if you can scroll down a little bit, maybe it's just my screen, but I can't quite see it. Okay, if you see here, there's, we actually have categories of courses. So when you see these links here at the bottom that show you the different colors, those represent different categories. So the advanced CLP core courses is one category, and the advanced CLP elective courses is one category. And then the CLP courses are one category. The CLP renewal classes are one category. The Selling Essentials series is one category. So if you click on any of these links that represent what category they belong, oh, and then also if it belongs in the CLPA bundle, that's a category. So if you click on any of these links that represent a category, it will actually take you to the courses in that category. So it's basically a search filter. So it filters the things you're going to see just to that category. All right, we have a question from Vicki Harmon. How long are completed classes active in your digital chalk dashboard? Really good question. 365 days. Yeah, 1 full year after you purchase and register for your course to complete it and take your quiz to get credit, course credit. Good question, Vicki. Okay, I'm just looking over my notes of everything I wanted to cover, and I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Ashley, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I think we've got all the bullet points covered. Yes. So just seeing if anybody else has any questions.
Maybe everybody is experts already. So
yes,
get in there and
That's
buy some
great.
courses. We're really excited about the LMS, and we hope you find it as convenient as we have. And
thank you to
enjoy
the
the
Legacy
process.
Foundation as well.
Oh, yes, thank you.
We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them and the donations that you guys have made for that to happen. So thank you for the donators. Thank you for the foundation board and task force for helping that project along.
And speaking of thank yous, thank you to all the fabulous volunteers that put in so much time into recording these courses so that we could put them here in the on-demand catalog for you. Thank you guys so much.
Alicia, if you have questions later, let us know. We're here for you. In the LMS, there's ways to contact us. You can also email us as well. All of the information is right there in the LMS for you. It's just a click away to ask your question.
Okay, well, if nobody has any other questions, we thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in the on-demand catalog. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye.